Hi everyone, welcome again to this space created for you, where we can learn and also understand different topics associated to the grieving process and also to the quality of life. My name is Mariana Zapata. I am psychologist from Assure for Life, What We All Deserve. Today we will going to talk about the life in partnership after 60th, and this is one of the topics that we already talk, and is about the quality of life in the elderly. In this case, we will be talking about the partnership or the life in a partner or relationship. We appreciate that also all we our audience can send us some comments and suggestions to our YouTube channel. We will be reading and also appreciating your comments and also suggestions that you can provide us. Knowing that, let's begin with the topic, that is life in a partnership after 60th. We have to talk always in this topic about the partnerships that we can also have in the elderly, like one of the things that we can have as a goal. But remember that the time is also one of the things that we have to take care, and the different situations that we will live with our partner during our entire lives. So we have to also think that what it means to be in a relationship in the elderly. For that reason, we would like to introduce with this kind of idea. A couple's relationship involves sharing ideas, attitudes, sharing emotions, expressing affection and love. Marriage or the commitment in a relationship is the beginning of a new family, regardless of the number of people in it. First of all, we need to talk about the relations and also what it means to have a relation during our lives. Then we will be talking about the relationships after the 60th. For that reason, we would like to also talk what it means to be in a relationship. It doesn't matter the age. A relationship is the union of two people that have several situations and agreements together and different experiences that they share in intimacy. Not only in a sexual way, the intimacy also incurs how we can express our fear, our pain, our worries about something, and also how we will express and also share our entire self. For the reason, create and being in a couple is also share the life in different stage of them. For that reason, we would like to also understand that the affection and the love that we share with our couples is so important, even in the elderly, and also if you have the possibility to share the life with your partner until the days of your life. We would like to introduce this topic also, talking about one of the greatest psychologist readers that talk about how love will be one of the, first of all, or even being in a relation is the first situation, or even the first moment we start to talk about how we can support each other. Not only our partner is the person that we can share our emotions and different experience in our life, that person will be also the ones that support us in different situations, or even the more important, the difficult situations in our life. For that reason is the chance that we have to grow up together and then create a family. It doesn't matter if our family is just only with our children or with our pets, or even the family will be also just the marriage, a couple. Well, knowing that, and also talking about the relations and what it means to have a relation or being in a relation, and we need to separate how we live the process to be in a relationship before the 60th. And one of the things that happen is that we fall in love. We fall in love, and sometimes it's just only the moment that we across with these butterflies in our stomach. And it's something common, and it's one of the things that most of the people are looking for in every different relationship. And also is one of the reasons why the couples ask for couples therapy when they start to feel that kind of passion or even stronger feelings for the partner. And that is normal. And also, this falling in love stage is common to do for 1 or 3 years, depending of the relation and depending of this situation of distance, physical distance. This is one of the things that create and also begin the connection with the relationship, and it starts to be the fall in love the way that I can connect with my partner. After that, the second thing that most of the people have to live um, when they are living that beginning of the process of being in a relationship is the dating process or the dating days. The dating is one of the sweetest stage that the couples start to live because they start to build together with a lot of emphasis how will be the life together, or even how we can meet each other, the things that you have in common and the things that you are not agreed, but also that you can share and also talk about that without problem and being also listened to for the other person. Also, this is the way that we can incur the reality, the things that we don't even expect of the other person. And then also we can start to learn how to live with that person, or even if we want to share life with that person. It's the way that we can also share different situations and new experiences with that person, the ones that we feel that butterflies that we talked before. And also, this dating process, this dating stage is the moment when we start to build intimacy together, and when you start to know deeply in the future if you have projects or goals in common, or if you don't have, some of them even can be supported together. And also, we could find before the 60th, this casual time together. The casual time together will be moments when you occasionally interact with different people or families or friends, where you can even have mutual recreations with different people. Then you open to know different people that are connected with the partner, their friends, and also you have some relation with them. If you feel comfortable, if you feel accepted, will be a good sign. And also with the families, you start to know the family of your boyfriend and girlfriend, and then you start to create this kind of connections and being a little bit more part of that family. That is also one of the things that is important to recognize, that we have to live in our relationship, because will be the way that you can connect with the different situations or even reactions that we have your partner. Not always we are the same with our friends. Sometimes with our friends we could be more open out, or even a little bit silly or that joke person. And that is something that maybe with the, or even in the intimacy, we can see that kind of different attitudes that our partner will have. Maybe with your family, your partner will be a little bit more serious, or that person that have more initiative, or that have more different ways to react, or being or having this different attitude. So that is important to share that different situations with your partner, and also learn how he will react, or even how can express or even present you or introduce you to the family and friends. Then, if you can recognize, if you are living this stage of the relationships, this type of relationships, you are in the time before the 60s. Because all these kind of things that we already told you, you have to live it, or most of them you will live it before the 60th. But after the 60th, you live other things, and also things that you maybe have to take care a little bit more, or even talk or discuss with your partner. After the 60th, we will encourage, or we will confront in this kind of situations, engagement or marriage. This is one of the commons, because as a cultural way, we have to live, or even most of the people in previous generations, they live together in a younger stage of life, 20s, 25 years, they common marriage. And also now these cultural traditions start to change. The people stop to get marriage, or even they wait a little bit more for create a family and go and stay without this kind of engagements. Some of them at the final accept the marriage as one of the good possibilities for the relationships. This engagement or marriage is the moment where you can experience the more strength in the relationship, where you can trust together and also share different responsibilities. There's not only the way you can share emotions or even be yourself, you start to share different responsibilities, and it's common when you start to live together with your couple. You can start to share different things like the economy of the home, different tasks that you have to develop. You have to discuss what things are more important right now if we would like to have or buy a house or build a house, if we would like to take our saves and create a project and solve that kind of situations. If one of them gets sick, who or which will take care of them? If we have the responsibility to, or even if we can solve the problems in an economy way, if I can trust in the other, thinking or even having the security that he or she will take care of the things that we have to pay, the bills and the doubts. So that is important, because you start to sharing together permanently, so the time will be more sharing all the different situations of a common life, but also you will share different responsibilities. And after the 60th, you have to this common responsibility and engagement so inner in your way to see the relationship. Also, you can have different options, like start to create a family. One of the things that we always like to provide as an advice is try to live together 1 or 2 years before to create a family, because that is the way that you can see if you really would like to create a family and accept this project that is really big and is for the entire life. The permanent living together This is one of the things that we have to always talk and also discuss a little bit more. And we have to accept that the other person will be permanently living with us. So one of the things that we have to start to talk is about the habits and also about the people or even the other person um, have or take these habits that already have in the previous house. If the person lived previously lived alone, that kind of habits are healthy for the relationship, or even if you are agree with that previous habits, if you have previous habits that the other person is not ready or even is not agreed, so this is the moment where you can start to talk about that kind of situations and start to begin the moment that you can have a little bit of conflicts because you suppose that the other person have the same parenting that you have. So one of the people like to clean or have this laundry clean every week, but maybe the other part like to clean the clothes every day or every 2 days. So that kind of things start to appear when you have to live together, and is the way that you can understand how you're going to solve that kind of conflicts. And the key will be always the negotiation that you can have with your partner, and start to see the different options that you have um, as a family or even as a new couple living together. Other will be the parenting. If the couple decide to create and have a family as a project together, this is the one of the major crises of the couple, because that is the way that you, and even when you have your first child, you start to see that sometimes you have some crisis because it's their first child. Even if you read a lot of different books, if you see different documentaries about how to be a good father, how to be good parents, the experience will be the biggest teacher, because having that experience is the way that you can start to talk about if you would like to see or even live the same situations that you live with your parents. So it's beautiful when you start to talk about that kind of situations that you have in your parenting that you would like to reply, or even that you would like to do it again with your children. And also, this is one of the first crises because most of the time the parents feel so frustrated or insecure about the way that they are parenting right now. So one of the things that we have to also, as one of the advices, will be the different common points that you have together, if you have in common. So one of the things that help to the parents in a couple in a relationship after the elderly or even in the elderly is talk about together, not try to compare or even not always taking the different advices. It's really common that the grandparents start to talk about how you must to have your parenting and how will be better. So try to be so close and support together, and also be agrees in the way that you're going to have your parenting together. Other the things that happen in the relationship in the elderly is when the children moving out. Now that we talk about how will be the parenting and the crisis that you have in the parenting, then you will have the moment that the children moving out. The moving out is when they start to go out of the home, and you start to see that they will not come again to ask you for an advice, or even your roles start to change. They also start to be in parents, and you start to be or even have a different role. The role will be in this case not only to take care or even be part of that new stage of life of your children will be also support the moment where they start to be parents and how you're going to take care of your grandchildren. This moment is know it as the empty nest. This is the moment when we start to see our home start to feel a little bit more alone and empty. And for many marriage, they start to live a different crisis. That is what is happening right now, and also as the parents, what we're going to do. And this is the great moment for the couples because they can start to live again the couple life. They start or even can start to create different projects together if they would like to live or even have travel together. They and during all their lives dreaming to have. It's important to remember that also if you would like to create different projects with your family and also with your couple, this is the perfect moment where you can also create this kind of projects. When the emptiness appears, you can start to feel that your role it was nothing completed of the best way, but also try to recognize that then you will have the chance to be part also of your children new life, but then also you can start to recognize that you will have also the chance to live together different experience and new experience with your couple. Is one of the time where you can start to reflect about the actual stage of your relationship and start to talk about again about the relation and about the couple with your partner. The stage of then, if you feel comfortable, if you feel agreed to leave this emptiness situation, or if you would like to create different situations and being also part of the parenting of your new adult child. And the other situations that you can start in most of the situation you will have to live in this partnership after the 60th is the second engagement. The second engagement is the moment when you start to live different situations together, when the emptiness and also when you start to see that the home is again alone, you can start to see that the people start to move together to different situations, to live in a different home, or even will be one of the most intimacy situations that you will have to live with your partner and with your couple. Most of the things that you will have to see is if you would like to dedicate more time together as a couple, or if you would like to dedicate to different projects that you have previously stopped it because you have to take care or even have full time in the parenting. So if you have different projects together, you can start to do it, and also it's one of the greatest things that you can start to share and create new projects, or even leave or even complete the projects that you previously have in an individual way before the parenting. That is one of the moments that take more time to be careful with your children. Knowing this, the years of cohabitation offer experiences, learnings, also satisfaction about the projects or goals that you achieve together as a couple. But also can give you a lot of different satisfaction in a personal way, that you complete your dreams as a family or as a partner or as a mother and father. And also the couple start to be more faithful to the things that they create together, the things that they can do it as a family and they complete it together. So now we can start to see that you can experience a kind of intimacy that is one of the things that I always think about the couples is that you have a specific language. And a specific language is, you know, when your partner is not agreeing with something or it feels so sad, it doesn't matter if he or she can express it or is not expressing to you, but you can feel it, you can see it. That is the intimacy that and connection that you have with your couple, and that create a personal and a specific language created by that couple in a specific. The couples after the 60th have high levels of mutual commitment, emotional commitment, and also they have a different trust, something that they already know before to ask to the partner. And that is different with the young people, because with the young couples, they're always seeks that situation with you start to know the other, and you don't know if that person will have a different reaction, or you are expecting something. With these older couples, you can see that they already know what the other person is thinking or feeling, and you know even if that person will be agree or not. The emotional connection also give you the chance to recognize something that is wrong in the relation and start to talk about that. These emotional affections and personal relationships that you will have will give you this support and balance in an emotional stage connected with the elderly. So if you have a good relationship with your partner in the elderly, will be more healthy for you and also for the couple in that moment of the life. Something that we would like to also tell you is that the marriage or even the engagement in a couple that spend a lot of years together is something that give us the sign of the couple grow up together, and they also have a common deterioration. So it's something that they have to understand, like as a partners, that they will also start to get ill or decrease their health, and they have to be the support in a different way. They have to support emotionally, and also they have to support in a physical way. That's require the being so open to the new adaptation to this kind of different situation that you have to confront with your partner. Some problems with memory, some different reactions of irritability, or even they start to feel they are not understanding, and some reactions will be aggressive. We have to understand that not always is something that you do as part of the couple. Sometimes will be just something of the age and the natural deterioration. The family system is one of the things that are more important to recognize and take in account in this situation, because as a family we have some expectations supporting about this, about the idea that I have as a family. And also, as I previously talked in the different conference, the family must be that place where you can support together in the best and also in the worst moments. So one of the things that the family have to confront or even live is the some common adaptations included in these family and couples, that we have to also recognize that we'll have this adaptation. Adaptation includes will be some common situations that you have to confront in the partnership in the elderly. One of the things that you will have will be the finances, will be the economy. As a couple, when you are young, then you are the people that can be productive and useful. So you will have different ways to help to the family and the home to stay in a common and balanced situation. But the economy will change with the time and also with the way that we can be productive. So try to remember and also talk about this new adaptation if you need to help, to ask for help, or even if you need to talk about, hey, I am the one that can have the retirement support, or even one of the parts can have that retirement support in the elderly. So that will be some of the things that you have to talk and also share as a couple in these new adaptation situations. The lifestyle. The lifestyle start to being different, and also it have to be connected with the new habits, healthy habits that you start to develop in this stage of life will be so important in every moment, because also that is one of the things that start to change in the couple life. If you before are just busy and having all the attention in your children's, now that now that the nest is empty, you have to talk about how you're going to live together this new life, and also this new opportunity that you have to share time together. There will be more time, and also could be quality of time. The entertainment or hobbies. Remember that now in this stage of life, you can start to chance or have the chance to see and develop different abilities, different habits. If you always like to dancing, but you never have the time to be in a course where you can share that kind of hobbies that you like to enjoy together, try to do it and have that connection as a couple, and also share it with the family, with the different parents, or even different meetings that you can have. Also, if you would like to have different moments out of the couple with your old friends, or even with the different family members, or if you have something that you would like to learn as an individual because your couple is not agree or not interested, that is super value, and that is something that you can share with your couple, and then have the time and enough energy to start to do it. The relationships with the family members, that is something that start to change, and we have to introduce to new adaptation to the relationship with the family members. How will be your relation with your children's, your adult children's, that now can be that person that start to ask you for some advices if they start to live alone. How I can do this, mom? How I can cook in this way? How I can solve this situation with my partner? When they start to ask you for advices in a marriage, that will be something that will be a new adaptation to this situation of being in a couple after the 60th. And also that will be a new role that you can start to live and develop in this stage of life. The sexuality or sexual compatibility. After the 60th, the sexuality starts in a different way, and it seeks, because one of the things that happen is the people talk as a myth that the elderly doesn't have that sexual intimacy, and we have connected this the sexuality as something that only happens when we are young, but the sexuality is not only the touch or even when you are with your partner in intimacy. That also is the hugs, the kisses, the way that you can look with that tenderness to your partner. It doesn't matter the time. If you can feel that kind of connection, physical connection with your partner, That still being the sexuality after the elderly, or even after the 60s, sorry. That's something that with the time and with the partnering, the couple start to forget to do it. The hugs, the kisses, not always in the mouth, will be always or could be always in the cheek or even in the head. Try to remember the kind of things that makes you feel connected, and also hold in your hands with your partner. That also is the contact, the physical contact, and is part of this sexuality that you can live with your couple. So try to remember that kind of things and connect with the physical body of your partner. Will be something that makes you feel connected again with your partner. The friendships is something so important in the couples, because when you stop the parenting, or even when you are in parenting, you always have friends that have children together, or even you can start to talk about the parenting all the time. But when you can have different, or even you when you are in front in different life stages, you start to see that also your friends start to leave the empty nest, or even you can start to look different friends, or your friends of your entire life are living the same situation. Connect with them will be the way that you can connect again with the couple, having different experiences that you can share, or even feeling more open to talk of different situations. Remember that we can feel so exhausted to always see the same person during our entire life. One of the things that we can see, or even look as a chance and as an opportunity, is to have connection with different people, and also feel so balanced with your couple, because now you have different people where you can express different emotions and feelings, and also that will connect with your couple in the way that you can see a different point of view and share it with your couple, or even in a conflict you can solve it together, or even asking for one advice to one of your friends. Other of the things in the last adaptations, common adaptations that you have to live in this partnership after the 60s, will be the placing the needs of another person before theirs. That is so common that happen in this stage of life, because most of the time start to see the other as one of the person, or one of the more important person that I know in my life. So one of the things that we have to be so careful is to understand that not always the other is the one important. Taking into account the friends, the children, and also the grandchildren, because they have this kind of more level of love, and we have this deep feeling of this is a so important person. But also in this stage of life, you are one of the most important person, because you start to live some illness and some decrease of your healthy. So you have to start to take care of yourself to live this stage of life in the better way. One of the goals that we have as adult is to have or achieve the independence, and stay it, or even have for most of the time that we have to live in this planet. How are we going to live our life independence, having health and having also good connections with the people? That it means the support of the others. It's so important to have this kind of situation where we can also feel accepted, and accepted the new stage of life. We have to be so conscious that one of the moments we have to ask for help. When we start to get old, we have to ask also for the help of the people. So independence is kind of seeks as an economic way, or even you can have independence in some decisions, but that will decrease with time because we need to help of the others. The body start to have some reactions and changes that makes us to feel a little bit more insecure to have some can do it of the same way that we have, or even when we was young. So we have to understand that the independence could stay, but also can change with the time. We would like to also talk that this stage of life, the couples start to have different ways to see themselves as a couple. So one of the things that happens in this kind of situations is that the people in a couple start to have different way to see together, and also they develop different skills or even different goals that most of the people can see it or recognize it. So the life and even the partners start to develop and have different ways to see how it must to be living a couple, or even it must to be the experience to being in a couple after the 60s. And also have that kind of reference will help a lot to the young generation. If you have your grandparents together right now, try to ask for that kind of advices that you would like to take as a person that is living in a new way to see the couples nowadays. And also, if you are a couple that now is in the elderly, try to see that and also realize that we are recognizing all of the good things that you can have to share as a gift to the new generations, and also to your grandchildren that now are married or even are in an engagement. Learning as a couple after the 60s is one of the things that we would like to share with you as something that happened in a couple. You will find the interpersonal communication. That is something that is better with the time, and also, as I told you before, have a different language for every couple. So try to recognize as a couple things that you know, and also talk differently, and also you only can accept or even take care or suddenly see that is happening with your couple. The resolution issues skills, you start to develop that skills as something that you know that happened. Most of the couples right now, they ended and finished their relation, break the relation just because um, given they don't give them the chance to solve one conflict or some situation that is so difficult to see it. The couples that have many times together, they are expert to share or even have the skills to solve that difficult and crisis situations. Other thing that is common, the common spiritual and emotional development goals. They have a project, or even they have a specific way to see together in a spiritual and emotional way, so they can see as a couple not only the way they can be the natural person or the essential person, that is the person that makes me feel completed in a spiritual and emotional way. Creating and establishing boundaries in relationship. That is so important if you would like to ask one advice to your grandparents, how they respect each other, the boundaries and limits that they create and also share in the couple. Many times we are living in a relation that is normal to being a respectful person, and that is not common. That is not part of being in a relation. One of the things that are more important is the respect and the unconditional love. So one of the things that you can see that happened and also help you always with your relationship will be the respect and the establishing of boundaries in a relationship. If you feel unrespect for something that I did, remember to talk and also be so conscious to share that situation. That's something that makes you feel unrespect or not love. And also respect the boundaries that your couple are asking you to respect and also have. Also, the last one will be when to place another person's needs above your own or give them more importance than your own. That is important to see it not only in our relationship, in our entire life. Remember that as a couple, we start always to be two people, two different persons that share the life together. But these two different people have different lives, different needs, different kind of way to satisfy themselves. So if you are living a conflict, or if you are living a problem that is personal with your family, take care of that before of any other thing. And if your couple is living right now a difficult situation at the same time that you, share it together and support together. Don't focus all the time of that kind of situation that is happening with your partner, because that will take all your energy and patience, and then you will have the chance and also the time to resolve the situation, the personal situation that you are living. Now, Kate, so knowing that, we would like to talk about the goals to achieve after the 60th. All the couples have different problems during all the life. They have to confront different situations during all the entire life. And also that makes that the couple grow up and develop different skills as a family and also as a person. But then also we would like to talk about the goals as a partner, as a partnership in the 60s, because most of the times we see that the couples start just only to be that person, that couple that help to the grandchildren, or even they help to the adult children and continue with the parenting, and they forget to the couple life. So that is something that we would like to introduce you to in this conference. Most of the people say, no, now that I have the emptiness with my grandchildren, I will accept and I will take the new role as a grandmother or as a grandfather. And they forget completely about the couple life. Let's see something that we would like to share with you as a goals that you can achieve after the 60th. One of them will be keeping your own interest and physical performance along with those with your partner while your body ages. That is important, and also, as I told you before, remember to take care of yourself. Remember to take care of your situations before. And also, if your problems or difficulties are the same of your couple, support together and also talk about that situation. If you can support together, why you are not talking about that? Why do you not feel completed with your partner? Then we have other goal that it will be explore new family and social roles. As I told you, we always be that in the elderly, the common couple will be the grandparents being part of the parenting. But also you can have different social roles. You can be the person that helped to the community to create something or an historical situation that happened with the time, and also that you have to live it and experience it. And also you can be in a voluntary community and social works. You can be the part of the person that created strategies or even help to the people or in the church to help the people that need more attention with food, with time and energy, the enough time that you have. Try to explore these different roles as a couple or even alone, but also sharing as a couple. Provide emotional support to your adult children and extended family members. As a couple, also you can discuss about the situation of your family and also provide emotional support in different situations, not only in parenting, also in a grieving process. We like to take this example because it's something that we previously talked about, and is one of the things that we have to accept is that in the elderly we are more connected with the death. So try to support to the younger generation in this kind of grieving process that for they will be the first time. And if you have the experience, you can be that emotional support and also sharing how you accept the death or families or even the loved ones that you have to confront in a different situation. That would be one of the things that you can provide as an emotional support to your family members. Reviewing your family life and reflecting on all that you have learned and experienced during the life as a couple. We have this invitation for you as a couple to give these important advices that you can have, and I am sure that you have, of how we can be this reference person, of this reference couple for your grandchildren, for your adult children, or even for the people that is around you. If you are in a part sharing time with your couple, and suddenly one person starts to talk to you and ask you how many times you are together, share that knowledge with the new generation. Share that advisors or even good skills that you develop as a couple, and that will be so helpful for the new generations. And finally, we found the benefits of living in a partner after the 60th. Because as I told you at the beginning of this conference, being or living in a couple in the elderly will benefit a lot, not only in an emotional way, also in a physical way. The company is one of the things that more important in the elderly. There are people that enjoy and feel satisfied living alone during their entire life. And also they understand and accept the life in an independent way, and they feel good. But if you are that person that most of the time and most of your life live in a couple, sharing the life with a partner, the company is so important. It's the way that you can also share how you are feeling in this new stage of life, the elderly. Not always we are ready to accept this stage of life, but you can enjoy it in the same way and also look it in the best with the best eyes. But this happened in the elderly. The company will give you the strength to see this new stage of life with a better and sweeter way to you like to see this stage of life. Also, the benefits will be inspiration. You can have that person that makes you feel inspired to feel better and also to be a better person all the time. to take care of your health, to take care of your physical way to see it, and how you can even never lost that connection with the other person and that connection with life. You can start to understand that the inspiration will be to have these common moments to share together. And also is the way that you can socialize together, and that is so important to don't lose some skills that you have. When you talk with a person every day, you keep your memory abilities, your brain abilities that help you with the multitasking tasks, or even with the moment that you have to do this effort to share one idea, or even help you to never have or or start that disease of your brain's abilities. Because one of the things that happen in the elderly, that is, we start to forgive the line or the timeline of our speech. So we have to the opportunity, or we have the benefit to talk every day with different people. We will increase in our health in this elderly stage of life. And also the memory work, how we trained our memory when we have to share the life with a partner, because we have to share some games and social gatherings. Also, we have more memories as a couple. Then we can talk together and remember suddenly and start a conversation that makes you to feel, or even accept that you are not forgetting everything, that you are connected with life, that you have different chances to share and remember your story and your life. That will help you a lot to keep your memory working all the time. Also, as a conclusion, we would like to share with you a quote that is from a book read it for Anthony de Saint. Living is not looking at each other, it's looking together in the same way. This is one of the quotes that we choose to share with you associated to this topic. We have two different moments when we can live different situations. All we going to be childs, all we going to be adolescents, all we going to be adults, and all we going to be older adults. But we can have these healthy and beautiful relationships during our life, or during our entire life, if we take care of each other, if we have these situations to resolve conflicts, where we can develop our way to see the other and to see ourselves, and develop in a personal way, and at the same time develop as a couple. So the elderly is not the moment when we stop to live the couple life, is the new beginning to be a couple and also to create a new life together. Remember that we would like to also introduce you to our YouTube channel and to our different conferences that have the purpose to provide you information and also learning about the quality of life and also the grieving process. We would like to also remember you that if you are a Sure for Life member, you have the different benefits, and one of them will be psychological counseling for a grieving process, or even for any other reason. If you are not a member, we also invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us in Instagram and Facebook too. Also, we will provide to you the way that you can connect with us and ask for the benefits, or if you would like to be part of our company, Assure for Life, then you will have our email and our WhatsApp number. We would like to also invite you to the following conference on April 24th, Navigating Grief Together, Exploring the Journey of Acceptance. That will be the next topic of the conference, and also will be the next topic about the different stages that we live or will have to live during the grieving process. We previously talked about the denied, the agreements, and now we will be talking about the acceptance. Thank you so much for your time and also for sharing with me this space. And remember that Assure for Life is what we all deserve.